video is brought to you by Melon, the #1 streaming platform on the planet. I actually use Melon for all my remote interviews like this, but what it's really for, it's a powerful live streaming platform that allows you to go live simultaneously on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, or your own custom servers, and you go live in just 5 clicks. It's so easy to use. I love their autosave feature. I don't have to worry about saving things. It automatically saves into the cloud, so I don't have to worry about it. And the other thing I really like about Melon is their custom themes and overlays. They can make your stream look incredible. So go check them out for free. Click the link in the description below. Thanks, Melon. Hey guys, welcome to the Tom Ward Show, where I talk to the biggest creators in the world, and I have such a creator right here. We have Valkyrae, the biggest female gamer in the world, creator, successful entrepreneur, and advocate for women's rights in gaming.
Oh gosh, what a title.
You know, it's wild. It's crazy how all this happened. I mean, you were big and you had a following on Twitch, but you really didn't blow up until last year, till you made the switch to YouTube.
Yeah, I think I got really lucky with the timing and the game I was playing at the time. And also it all happening during COVID. So like a lot of people were at home. A lot of people were on their screens way more often. And I started playing this game called Among Us, which is like a lobby. It's like a game, a mafia game with like 10 other creators. So it's like a big collaboration thing and it's interesting. People loved watching it. And that just made everything blow up. It was crazy.
I was reading too, like you were getting 500. Oops, sorry. I'm getting set up here. We're not professional. There you go. So I'm looking at you instead of down.
Right.
Don't mind me. So what was it like? I heard you were getting like 4,000 people on your Twitch streams did you jump to like 100,000 on YouTube?
Oh my gosh. So yeah, so I was streaming on Twitch for about 6 years, and then I was averaging about 400 viewers for like 4 of those years. And then Fortnite happened. I blew up to about like 2,000 average viewers. And then by the time I switched to YouTube a year and a half ago, I was averaging about 3,000, 4,000 viewers. And then I switched to YouTube and I dropped down to like 1,000 average viewers, which I expected with the switch. And then about 4 months later with Among Us, viewership just started spiking and I hit a record of 150,000 viewers.
Wow.
Yeah. But for a while I was averaging like 30,000 viewers, like a stream.
That's a big jump from where you were at on Twitch.
A huge jump. Definitely not expected, because when I made the switch to YouTube, my thought process was, all right, I could have 1 viewer. That's okay. Like this was a financial decision that I made. You know, I don't have to worry about numbers.
Whoa, time out. That's bullshit.
No, it's true.
No. But 1 viewer would not be okay. YouTube paid you to come over. And now it's the big leagues. It's serious. And I'm sure you had that mentality.
I mean, well, because I was really, okay, let me explain myself. So
Okay.
I was really, because like when you make a switch, like I've seen other creators switch to different platforms and their viewership just drops. And that was something that like I care about community a lot. And so I was worried at the time before I announced my switch over, like, oh man, like what if my community doesn't follow me? Or like, what if they don't like the switch? What if they think I abandoned them? So I was really worried at the time. I was like, well, this is what I'm making this decision because I think it's better for me and my family in the long run. So, you know, I would hope that my community would go with me. So luckily they did. So it's been a blessing, that's for sure.
Did it feel like, I know I was semi-joking around before, but
yeah.
You know, when YouTube paid you to come over, like was there pressure there? Was there going, wait a minute, I'm not just screwing around on Twitch, and if I don't have a bunch of people, it's no big deal to me. You know, it sucks. I want bigger community, but okay. But now I'm sure they have expectations, whether they said it or not. Mm-hmm. You know, maybe they didn't because they didn't want to put pressure on you, but you had to know, like, I got to perform, right? Was that in the back of your mind?
Yeah, the pros and cons. I mean, with YouTube, I had multiple meetings with them, and before making my final decision, like they told me they knew I was going to grow. They were so confident that I was going to explode. And that just baffled my mind because it happened. But like at the time I was like, how do these guys really know, but they were just so confident in me. And like, obviously with the contract, I have hours to fulfill. So I was like, okay, I'll hit my hours, this is like a real like job now.
Yeah.
It's not, the income's not going to be up and down with like subs and stuff. Like this is like, I'm getting a flat pay and like, I just got to hit my hours and there it is. Like, so it all worked out surprisingly better than I ever expected. So.
Oh my God. And good. YouTube gave you a different outlet too, because you get to create non-gaming content where you're kind of pigeonholed on Twitch. And I was watching some of your content lately and it's kick ass.
Thanks.
It looks like you haven't posted a gaming video in about 3-4 months, but I love the Lil Nas X video one. I love the BTS merch one.
Yeah.
I loved.
Oh, you've been watching my videos.
I watched them. I love the Gucci shoot one too.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was
crazy
funny.
Stuff.
You mentioned community before. Mm-hmm. First, did you get some haters when you came over from Twitch, going, she abandoned us? Why is she going to YouTube? Did you get a little bit of that or was it all
more
positive?
So it was like 99% positive when I switched, but it was more so people that were really bummed that they would lose their sub streak. Like, cause on Twitch, like I had people that were subscribed for like 5 years and they had that 5-year badge and then it's just gone like that, So it felt really bad because like, it's something that they've like accumulated over time and then it's just gone. And so there was I did see a few of those comments like, oh man, like I was so loyal, but I made a decision and a lot of people were happy for me. So I appreciate that.
That's what I was going to say too. Like I watched the Gucci video and I wanted to go to the comments to see the reaction because I thought about it. Mm-hmm. It could have went the other way. It could have went, you think you're too good now. You wearing Gucci, you've changed, right? You went Hollywood.
No,
it could have went that way.
But
the comments were 100% positive, overwhelmingly positive as you started doing new content. Did you find that?
I think it's because overall in the gaming community, we're all becoming like a bit more mainstream. And I think people just want to see gamers succeed and like doing collaborations with like Gucci. That's something that not a lot of gamers have done or esports orgs in general. So it's something that I think people are excited that gaming is becoming more mainstream because in reality, like everyone's played a game. It should be mainstream already. And we kind of got a taste of that with Fortnite and like Ninja playing with Drake, right? That becoming super mainstream back in the day. So it's like little things like that are kind of helping like gamers become even more successful because it helps everyone overall when stuff like this happens.
And two, I'm into the business side of the creator world too. And so you got Gucci, you don't get bigger than Gucci, right? And then you guys do a partnership with Lexus. I saw that.
We did.
So, but my point is, that's awesome. And it seems like you've aligned yourself with premium brands and you've become personally a premium brand. You're the #1 female gamer in the world. And you've, instead of just taking the money, I'm sure there were, other deals that paid you more, but you stay consistent with those premium brands. Is that a conscious thing? Is that something you and your team decided or just happened?
I feel like I've always been like this. It's just, I feel like I agree to things that feels in line with me and who I am. Cause like, for example, when I joined 100 Thieves, it was when I hit my first spike with Fortnite and I was blowing up a bit with Fortnite and I got esport offers from like multiple companies that gave me way bigger offers than 100 Thieves did. But I wanted to join 100 Thieves because I really liked the reputation and I felt like it was more on brand with me and my brand. So I just kind of like, if it makes sense, if it feels appropriate, like the Gucci and Lexus thing, it feels appropriate, especially because they're working with 100 Thieves as well. Like it just feels like natural in a way. So I never want to like force anything or do anything that doesn't make sense. So
no, and all the brand collabs are like on point, on brand, and it's you've done a very good job for yourself.
Thank you.
I also wanted to talk about 100 Thieves, right? So you're part owner of 100 Thieves, the first woman gamer signed. And I want to talk about women in gaming a little bit too. But you just mentioned it wasn't all about money. I read too that you said I felt like I was part of a family there.
Yeah.
And I was curious because I read some interviews you've done, and growing up, there was some fighting in the house. You mentioned your dad was an alcoholic. Do you think you've been searching for that kind of group to wrap their arms around you? Did that have something to do with it?
Absolutely. I had such a broken family growing up, and now I just pretty much have my mom and my sister, and that's it. And I just really being away. Like I moved to LA because of work, obviously, but like I don't have any friends at the time. Like I was just so lonely, and I just worked a lot. I was a workaholic, but luckily I found people that I can be friends with and also work with at the same time. So it's just a really good ebb and flow of just friendships with a bunch of other creators and people on my team, especially that kind of adopted me in and just take care of me. I feel like I have a real second family to rely on. If I need anything, they're there for me. So yeah, it helps a lot.
That's important. And it's important to have a good team around you as a creator, because you can't do anything. And as your business grows and grows, you need people you trust around you. Yeah,
exactly.
Absolutely.
I need help, and I need people I can trust. Exactly.
When you lived in the house for about a year, what was it like? Were you the only woman in the house?
I was. It was only, it was Matt and I, and then Courage moved in. I don't know how long after he moved in, but yeah, it was just the three of us for a while in that house, and it was completely fine. I feel like they had higher expectations of me for leaving my room, but I was streaming all the time. I realized I'm kind of an introvert when it comes, I just work a lot. And so, if I have time off, I want to do nothing. I just want to just watch TV and just hang out with my dog and sleep. But yeah, so I didn't really go out with them a whole lot. And every time I would go down to the kitchen, I would see them in passing and be hey, but honestly, it was very civil, no drama. It felt very casual, and they kind of let me do my own thing. So it was really nice.
Were they messy? That's what I was getting at. Was it messy just living with dudes?
I mean, luckily they hired maids often. So it never got terrible. But I think with every gaming house, there's always a bunch of PR boxes and just boxes everywhere. So yeah, that was one thing having to get used to, is all the boxes everywhere. But other than that, it was fine. Nothing to complain about.
How many hours were you clocking back then? I mean, how many hours were you streaming?
Oh man, for me, I used streaming, I used working as not only because I love to work, but I also used it as a distraction from anything that was going on. And I remember at the time I was going through a breakup. And so I just grinded. And plus at the time, on Twitch, income is up and down. So the more you stream, the better the viewership, the better the ad revenue, better the subscription. So I would probably say I was doing at least maybe 6 hours almost every single day, at least 6 hours every single day. And if I had time off, I'm uploading a YouTube video or vlogging or doing other work for 100 Thieves. So it's never ending, just go, go, go.
You just said you use the kind of gaming as a distraction, growing up, you mentioned in your house. You said you use gaming as kind of an escape. Is that have you always been like that? Have you always used gaming as a kind of an escape, something to distract you?
Always. From the beginning. Yeah. When I was 5 years old, that's when I first started getting into gaming because of my mom.
What do you mean because your mom, was she into it?
It's just that I think she felt bad for my sister and I because my dad was such an alcoholic. He would come home drunk every single night at 6 p.m. after work. And so I remember she bought me my first video game console, was an NES. And I would go into my room and she would lock me and my sister and herself in my room, and they would just watch me play. And so my dad would be he never hurt us, but he was always loud and just obnoxious. And so we would just wait for him to go to bed and they would just watch me play. And that was my childhood, just playing games. And wow. I just never lost that interest in gaming. I mean, I feel like I will never quit gaming because I just enjoy it so much, so I'm very grateful that it's part of my career.
You've heard the thing, right? It takes 10,000 hours to become an expert in anything, right?
Right. Yeah.
It sounds like from the beginning, think about your situation, right? You were streaming, basically. You had a live audience watching you game.
That's true. I didn't think about it like that. But yeah, since the beginning, I had people watching me play.
Yeah. So like, were you working on like making them crack up and like working on your commentary? Think about that. You spent all that time.
Wow.
You're ready for your career.
Actually true. I was prepared for this. I really have never thought about it like that, but that's so true. That's crazy.
Yeah. So how good, when you said when you left for YouTube, it was a financial decision, right? Man, I get it. Twitch up and down. You want something steady. I
wanted stability because I never, you never know like what's going to happen with streaming. Like, are people just going to leave? Like, I've seen my numbers like go up and down. It's just like the most stressful thing, not knowing if you're going to get paid like half as much the next month, So yeah.
Well, yeah. And it allowed you to provide for your family too. Yes. How good did it feel and does it feel to be able to take care of your mom? You paid her debt off. You got her set up in business.
Yep. Yeah.
How good does that feel?
It feels incredible knowing especially because like, I know all the struggles that she's been through, not even just our family life, but like when like her as a child, like everything she's been through to, I don't know. And like taking care of my sister and I, and she's the reason why I got into gaming in the first place. So it feels so good just to like give back full circle. But yeah, like I bought her, we remodeled her house in the Philippines. I just got her like a brand new house about a month ago, actually. So yeah, she's very happy.
That's amazing. What's your sister do now?
So my sister is a dental hygienist in Seattle. So we live complete opposite lives. Just imagine the exact opposite of me. That's my sister. It's crazy how different. Like, she doesn't do social media. She doesn't game. Recently, she's been traveling across the country to every state in an RV with her boyfriend. And they're like on state, like 45, like just the craziest opposite. I don't know. It's just wild, but yeah, she's happy and I'm happy for her. So.
Is she vlogging her experience? She could be one of those van YouTubers.
That's what I said. I was like, you should be capitalizing on this content. Like, I can help you. I can shout you out. And she's like, I'm just not into it. It's just not my thing. And I'm like, girl, like we could have like done something together.
You could go to a new state with her, a collab video will blow up. She'd get subscribers.
I think she'll come around in the future. Yeah, I think I've been telling her, I was like, at least try to vlog, for memories maybe. And like, if you want to upload it, people would like to watch it, but it's just not her thing. But, I think in the future, she'll come around for sure.
That's got to feel good though at some point, because if she was in your world, maybe she wouldn't be as big and, there'd be competition, maybe some resentment there. Mm-hmm. Plus it's kind of a safe place with your mom and your sister, right? They're not asking you every day for the last, I don't know how many years, somebody is asking you, can you tag me? Can you shout me out? Right. Yeah. You're getting that every day from God knows how many people. So it's got to feel nice going home and not having
it is nice that I don't have to worry. I think it's mostly worrying about like their safety, because like I know how crazy the internet gets. So it's kind of nice that I feel like she has like her private life, and my mom too. Like they're just like, they're just supportive. They watch me stream and stuff, and that's the extent of it. Like I don't have to worry about anything else.
Oh, that's nice. You, we have to talk business because you have a lot going on. I'm going to do an incredible segue right now. So okay. you mentioned you left the content house, the 100 Thieves content house, to get kind of a more regular schedule, to get some work-life balance. Mm-hmm. Were you looking to get healthier at that time too? Do more exercise, skincare, which we'll talk about and stuff too. Did you get more into self-care after logging all those hours for so many years? Absolutely.
I really felt the repercussions of streaming over the past few years, like especially the first like 3 years, like I was losing feelings in my legs. Like I have a scoliosis, so I have a pinched nerve, like sitting all day. And just like, sometimes I felt like my vision would go blurry, especially like just in front of the screen. So I felt unhealthy. And I realized like, I need to sleep. Like I need a schedule. Like I need to just get more in line with real everyday stuff and like get off the computer for once, because when you're streaming, like sometimes you just lose track of the days and the hours, and you're just like grinding in the same position, no coworkers in sight, you don't get to leave the house, like you're just working at home. So yeah, I just really started focusing on my health after I moved out of the house. with the boys.
What do you think too? So there's people watching this right now who do that. I'm sure there's hundreds or thousands of people who are streaming 10 hours a day.
Yeah.
You know, some of them cracked out on energy drinks and Adderall or God knows what, right?
Probably.
Just to stay up and keep streaming, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a problem in the gaming industry where it's like an obsession or people not taking care of themselves?
I think it is a real problem because in the moment, like a lot of these kids they're young, maybe like 20 or 24 or whatever, and they're grinding. And like at the time in the moment, it's probably doable, which is why they're doing it, but they have no idea how this is going to affect them in the long run. Like no idea. So I think it's about like being really aware of like our early decisions, like how much longer to be able to like do that, you know, because I couldn't do it for more than like 3 years. So yeah, I never do 24-hour streams anymore. I did that 3 times and I thought I was actually going to die. So I was like, never again. I cannot.
You find that like I interview a lot of creators and you get the vloggers, the daily vloggers. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, they can't, 3 years of it or something is an eternity. And then you'll see a lot of them just go, I'm making one video a week. I can't work every day and constantly think about content like that.
Yeah. Because especially in this industry, we are thinking about the next thing and content every single day. Even if we have an off day, it's never really an off day. It is thinking about the next step or filming something to upload later or just like planning collaborations and stuff. So never really ends.
And you're kind of addressing that with your new brand. See, look at how it came around.
Wow,
See
that's
how it came around? See, you are kind of addressing it with your brand Reflect, and it's a skincare brand you'll talk about in a second, but it also has like blue light. Explain it better to me, but I didn't realize sitting in front of a computer all day, I knew it affects your eyes, but I never thought about the skin. Tell me about that.
Yeah. I mean, have you ever just scrolled on TikTok for 4 hours in the middle of the night and you keep wondering man, why am I not getting tired? Why am I not falling asleep? It's because it's literally being absorbed into your face, this light. We use sunscreen to, fight the sunlight, right? But this is this collection pretty much is sunscreen for the screen, pretty much. So that's the easiest way for me to put it. This is a way to protect it being directly absorbed into your skin, especially because we're in front of screens all the time nowadays. And I don't think it's ever going to really change. No. So, I mean, I have my blue light blocking glasses and oh, wow. Before I came up with these, this collection, I realized I wear these all the time to protect my eyes.
Smart.
We don't have anything out there for our face, our skin, what is going to protect us from these hours and hours and hours of screen time. So Reflect was born.
That's smart. And so you have this idea, okay, you're a gamer, no offense, but what do you know about starting a company, right? That's a whole different skill set you learn over time.
Yeah.
So you have the idea. Mm-hmm. Now what was the next step?
I got so lucky because I was approached by Claudia, who is the CEO of iDeviation. And she came to me and she was like, do you want to create some kind of product? You want to do hair products or makeup? And I told her, I was I kind of have this crazy idea. I don't know if it's possible, but is there anything out there that blocks blue light from your skin? And she loved the idea. This was 2 years ago. She loved the idea. And ever since, we just had meeting after meeting, product after product. I would test the texture and the smell and sampled everything for months and months and months. And it worked. And it's here in front of me, which is insane. And I can't even believe we're having this interview right now for it. So yeah, 3 more days.
So 2 hours in the making. I mean, 2 years in the making.
Yes, 2 years. But we did it. Yeah, we did it.
Talk about the products too. You have eye cream, you have other things. I'm a guy, I don't remember.
Yeah.
But what were the other products you have?
It's a collection of 5 total products. We have a cleanser, moisturizer, eye patches, an eye serum, and a lip balm, pretty much. So yeah, it's trust me, I know in my position being a gamer, I know in this industry, it is very male dominant. So I really wanted to make sure that this was going to be as simple and as unisex as possible.
Smart.
Like, for example, like the lip balm is matte. So like when guys use it, it's not going to be glossy. It's not going to appear like makeup. Like this is a health line. I don't want this to come off as like this isn't like beauty, like makeup. This is like something for your skin health. So I want it to be used by everyone, no matter what age. It's protection for your skin against blue light.
That's super smart. And I was surprised to read that your audience was 40% female. I don't know if that was just on Instagram or is that on YouTube too?
YouTube. I was on YouTube. Yeah, I got really lucky because at first it was like 90% male. Yeah. But I think over time, I think there actually are a lot of female gamers just kind of hidden around the world. Because I mean, when I think about it, I've been gaming my whole life. And I'm sure there's a lot of other girls out there that have been gaming their whole life as well. Like they're out there, but I think a lot of women hide because of just the amount of hate and just the, just how rude the internet can be towards women in gaming. So I think it is changing though. I think things are changing for sure.
Well, talk about that because you are outspoken and you're a proponent for women's rights in gaming.
Yeah.
Talk about, I have no idea. And I'm sure a lot of people here who aren't gamers, what happens to a female gamer online? It's
the most sexist, the sexist place on the planet. Just especially because online people are anonymous, which makes it a lot easier to just say whatever you want and do whatever you want pretty much. So, like over time, I do feel like I have become a lot desensitized, but back in the day, like it used to make me cry. Like I used to cry a lot. I used to not be able to stream because it was so bad sometimes, like seeing some of the things I've seen. But then I realized like, wow, this happens to everybody. Like this happens all the time to everyone. And I just kind of like, it doesn't really mean anything to me anymore when people say stuff. Cause it's like, does it really matter?
Heard everything. Yeah.
Does it really matter? Like my motto is like, you're going to get hate no matter what you do in life. So you might as well do something and get hate on it for like, oh wait, I said this one. Okay. You might as well, like, if you love something, you might as well do it because you're going to get hate for it anyways. And if you don't do something you don't like, then you're going to hate for it anyways, regardless. So no matter what you do, you're just going to get hate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
No, it totally makes sense. Like,
yeah.
What advice do you have too? Because I'm sure, you have a lot of younger female fans.
Yeah.
It's tough for a girl out there these days. I mean, I have two daughters and I just imagine what it's going to be like when they're on social media because it's a tough place for a girl to be. Mm-hmm. Do you have any advice? I mean, it's easy for you to say, I've heard it all. Same thing with me. I've heard it all. I don't care. Sometimes I laugh at the hate. Sometimes it's funny. Like it cracks me up sometimes if they're creative. Mm-hmm. But to the girl who's 14 and gets hate or is constantly comparing herself to other girls and they're prettier on Instagram or obsessing about likes and followers, it's hard. What do you have to say to them? I mean, do you have any advice?
Oh, gosh, it's really, really tough because like, I feel like it's just something you kind of have to go through and like realize like, okay, I can't live this way. Honestly, like at the time when it was really affecting me, like I had to take social media breaks. Like I had to take time off of it. I reflected a lot on it. Like what these people are saying doesn't actually directly correlate to who I am as a person. And I started realizing that like, people calling me the worst names, like a whore and a slut, but I just sit inside every single day. Like, this is not true. Like I haven't seen a human in 2 years, So it's like, what they're saying is not true. It's like, I realized it's a lot of projecting. Like it's a lot of like, maybe it's jealousy or just like insecurity or just like they need an outlet. And sometimes the internet is the easiest way to outlet yourself, like how you're feeling. So I just kind of think that, my advice would be, just really try not to take it to heart. And it's more of a reflection on them rather than yourself. So I just think, I just personally, I have never gone out of my way to attack someone online anonymously. And I think it's because of the positions I've been in. And so I feel like if you're able to do that kind of stuff, then your life must be really, really like struggling or you might be struggling. You know what I mean? So it's like, I kind of feel bad for those people that are doing that.
Nah, it's a great advice and a healthy way to look at it.
Yeah.
The other thing I wanted to talk to you too, business wise, your merch. Good God. 20,000 orders in the first day. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that was wild. I could not even believe, especially because it was only available for 1 week. So I was like, man, This is crazy. I couldn't believe it. I think it was also because I haven't had merch in over 3 years. So I was long overdue. So I'm thinking like maybe my community was like, man, she's not going to have merch ever again. That type of thing. But they are very loyal, very loyal.
Wait, is it gone now? You can't buy it? It was only
it was only available for 1 week. It hit just about 40,000 total orders.
Wow.
Yeah.
So why stop it? Why not keep the cash register ringing?
I think it's more so, I kind of like the idea of having it like, it's like a time capsule. Like the people that were here during this time, like they have a piece of it. And then I'll have another drop in the future where it's like, so like if we go to a convention or something, I see someone like wearing merch from that time. It's like, wow, you were around for a long time. It feels a bit more special when it's not around because it's not about the money. Like I don't need the money.
Sure.
So it's about like, I don't know, just feeling like a better connection with like my community. I think so. In the future, I'll have more drops in the future. So yeah.
It's refreshing because how many times every day we scroll through, YouTube videos or Instagram, it's creators going, buy my merch, link in bio, drop the new hoodie on Fanjoy.
Yeah.
Everybody constantly. And it's nice. And this seemed different than just an influencer doing a Fanjoy hoodie. No disrespect to Fanjoy, they do a good job, but just not doing the average thing that everybody else is doing. Yeah. And I looked at your ads too. You've got, who'd you have? Bretman Rock and Lorraine and others in the video.
Porch. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had like my friends come filmed like a high quality video for it just for fun. And I don't know, they all enjoyed it and people loved seeing like my friends in it as well. So it was really cool. Was
there a lot that went into it on your end?
I have like the best team. So the people I worked with for the apparel, they are called Revolt, and they're from Australia. And they flew in a team of like 15 people to come stay here for a few months to like film everything, like work on all the products and create everything and all that. So like they were just very like loyal and committed, and they did such a great job. And I'm just really glad that the launch did so well because I felt like, I want, them to get like the profits that they deserve because they did such a good job.
Too, and you mentioned investing away from streaming, and that's smart. There's a couple examples of you doing that. I was curious, are you involved in anything else like crypto and NFTs, which I don't even really quite understand yet, but NFTs are all over, creators are posting about it nonstop. Are you involved in any of that too?
I have dabbled with crypto quite a bit in the past few years, but not recently at all. I have crypto, but it's kind of just sitting there. I don't really like check it, how people like trade daily and stuff. I saw the NFT hype. I think it's cool and interesting, but it's just like, I don't have the time or the energy or the care to get into it really. But I think it's really cool seeing like a lot of creators like be passionate about it. It does kind of worry me because like I don't really know too much about it, and I'm worried that it's like influencing their audience to like buy into something that they're not, I don't know how much of it is like gambling. So I don't know, but teach their own. It's not really my thing, but I think it's interesting.
Yeah. Is there any other businesses that you're not in now that you'd like to try someday or get involved in?
Oh man, I feel like my brand is I feel like I've been bridging a lot of different like areas in my life, like just being a woman in gaming and now like doing skincare and stuff. Like I feel like I've even been in like 3 music videos this past year. Yeah. And I had like a little song collab. So I feel like I kind of just want to keep going. Yeah. I'm very open to ideas, and I kind of just want to keep, I don't know, just doing things that people haven't really done. So I don't know, whatever happens, happens.
Nice. And it sounds like you're a creator first. That's where your head's at, and that's good to see.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I feel like my head's in a good place. I think I've been like this since the beginning because I remember when I first started streaming, like, what kind of persona do I want to have? Because, but then I realized like I'm doing this every day for like 9 hours. I can't pretend, like I have to be myself. And so that's why with brands and stuff, I started like only working with people that I actually align with. So when I promote it, it's natural. Like I actually agree with it. And I love being a part of it. So yeah, I just have to do things naturally.
Nice. Yeah. Well, thank you so much. I think we covered everything. Is there anything else you want to cover, promote?
Oh man,
say?
I think we hit everything. This has been a very fun interview. Honestly, I was really nervous, but you're so easy to talk to. So thank you for your time and
Why
for
were you
having me.
nervous? Why were you nervous?
I get worried about wording things incorrectly or getting tongue tied, but it just flowed so easily with you. So thank you.
Nice. You did such a great job too. I hope everybody likes it. Make sure you like and subscribe and comment. We've got some good ones coming up too. We're working on Dixie D'Amelio and others. So make sure you subscribe. So thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. Bye.
Bye guys.